Hey, welcome back, Fresh Coast Gamers. Oscar and I are going to break out our Gates of Antares stuff for the first time against each other. This is part of the Antares Initiative project that Warlord Games put together, where they invited several clubs from around the world to participate. They sent each of us starter armies and all the supplies we needed. It's nuts. The total package was huge when we opened it. Everything from dice to templates and markers, all the models, of course. They're sending terrain packages. It's amazing. We tend to get things a little bit late because everything is coming from England, so to get here in the States it takes a few days longer than everybody else, but it's still pretty quick. Fortunately, I have finished, at least for the moment, my Ice World table that I've been putting together. These rock formations I built from scratch. They're pretty sweet, so I'd like to debut these on the channel for the first time. And we asked the gentleman in charge of the initiative when they were assigning planets to each of the clubs to play on, because that's part of our assignment is to have things thematically based and play our games around that, if we could do something with an ice world. And so sure enough, we ended up with on the ice world planet called Exonin. And there's so much fluff that goes along with this this project that it's really cool. Oscar and I are still developing our personal fluff for our armies, but what we wanted to do today was kind of just get a feel for the game by playing the introduction scenario. It's called Drone Integration. Typically, though, this is played with the 2 starter box armies, which are Concord and Gar, neither of which Oscar and I have. I have Freeborn, and Oscar has Boromites. So we kind of ad hoc put some forces together that were similar in points to what the scenario calls for. I do actually still have the drone model, which is awesome. Love that thing. So that helps out, because Freeborn can actually buy that as part of their army. That's cool. But we kind of had, like I said, had to tweak things a little bit just because this is our collection. And I want to show off exactly what the scenario is all about. And I think we can do it with just about any army with a little bit of thought and some planning. So here we have the table. The scenario it's called Drone Integration. My Freeborn are holding the transmat stations like a teleport pad, and I have to activate the drone, which has been shut down. If I end in base contact with it at the end of a turn, it's activated next turn, and its order dice get thrown in the bag. If you're familiar at all with Gates of Antares or Bolt Action, it uses the same order dice system. So I will start with 2 from my Freeborn, and 3. Oscar has 3 from his Boromites, and I get 2 extras with my if I get the drone in. I only have 2 squads of 10 ferals, so they're super lightly armored, super lightly armed, and they don't have their somographed mind implants to keep them in the game. So they're going to be hunkering down behind those walls to take cover as much as possible. Unfortunately, Oscar's got a work gang there with mass compactors that ignore cover, and tons of lava mites to get up real fast and in my face. So it's going to be an interesting scenario for me. I'm going to have to book it to the drone and hope I can survive, because Oscar wins if he kills all my stuff, which he should be able to do in 5 turns. He also wins if he keeps me from activating the drone, which is a lot harder, especially considering his army doesn't have a whole lot of ranged attacks to shoot me down with. I win if I'm holding the transmat station at the end of 5 turns. And that's it. Anything else is a draw for us. So we are going to get started. We're going to throw our order dice in the bag, start rolling some dice on the table, and have some fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I got braces.
And you got your braces. Yeah, you're super excited about that. All right, turn 1 coming up. So after turn 1, that was pretty bad for me. Oscar got the first die, and his work gang came out, and with their mass compactors that ignore cover, he shot at my my ferals. Hit me really well, actually. I had a couple of precision shots, put one on my my squad leader and my X-Launcher dude, and killed them both outright, because strike value 3 at that close range, no cover, it's pretty brutal. I tried to reaction fire to shoot back and maybe knock one of his guys out too, and I rolled a 10 on my initiative roll, which means I got 2 extra pins. So that squad's sitting there with 3 pins on them already. Ouch. The Lava Mite squads both just ran forward, and they weren't close enough to try to launch an assault. Oscar didn't want to sprint just yet, so they're hanging back, ready to go. I did manage to run these guys out, and I get in base contact with the drone, so the drone is now activated.
Oh, what? That's in base?
Yeah, that's in base.
It's not touching base.
Well, fine, he's in base. I just literally touch the model together. Sorry.
I thought you meant base to base.
No, to the model. Base to the model. So anyway, the drone is now active. I get to add its 2 order dice to the pool, and we're going to go into turn 2. Alright, so here we are after turn 2. We actually started out Oscar at the first order, so he gave it to his work gang. They just stood still, took aim, and obliterated the rest of my Freeborn over there, my ferals, because he didn't miss a single shot. 8 shots, he hit them all. It was nuts. And then I couldn't do anything about it with that strike value 3. So my lightly armored guys with ignore cover weapons just weren't going to handle it. The Lavamite brood over here came charging into the fight. Actually, I advanced my guys up first and shot, and I managed to snipe out the Overseer, which I'm thinking, great, cool, I'm going to make him so he's going to have to make pin checks on command checks on a 4 because the Lavamites low command of 5, and what does he roll to activate them? Oh, 4. So they came charging in. I killed a couple with close quarter fire. He killed one of my guys with his lava spit, and then chomped down a whole bunch more. I lost the fight I lost 5 guys, he lost 2 total. But then I rolled the 2 on my command check, and my guys are staying put, so we're going to keep fighting that one next turn. The drone, I gave it a run order to fly over here, and then an advance order to shoot at the work gang, and I managed to kill 2 of those guys, and even though they had some cover with my plasma light support. But it wasn't enough to make a break test. I just put a pin on them, and they are going to be activating next turn with a pin. Boromites don't really care all that much about pins because they have pretty high command. Turn 3 coming up. So we had a closer look at the assault rules. Oscar was the winner of the combat, and the winner apparently can decide to fight another round of combat immediately. So he ended up chomping through me with no difficulty there. He only killed 2 guys, but that put me at 7 pins total, which means I automatically broke because that squad only has command 7. So they consolidated towards my drone, and now we're going to move into turn 3 when I only have 2 order dice with the drone. That's it. Ouch. So turn 3 saw me just kind of playing hard to get with the drone. Oscar moved up to grab the transmat station with the Lavamite squad. The other one that was right here, I shot at, killed 2 of the models, and then they failed their break test and gone. And then I shot 2 more of the work gangers out. Now they are down to half strength, so they're going to have to make a break test too, I think. Let me double check that, and I'll be right back. So turn 4 was really weird. I advanced the drone back and shot at I shot at the work gang. I put another pin on them, but they made their command check, so they were staying put. And then the Lavamite brood assaulted me here. They made their agility check to go through the terrain, got in to the fight, and then I used the second order to reaction fire with the drone to drop the little Micromite brood, the little hatchlings, with a lucky shot. So I put 1 pin on them for that, and then that was a casualty in the assault. They hit me with the shooting as well, but did not do any damage with their lava spit, so I got a pin for myself. I couldn't fight, obviously, because I'm a drone, and they failed to pen me at all with all their attacks. Lots of dice, yeah. 9 attacks from the Lavamites and 1 from the handler, and my res check on 10, it came through for me. So I won the fight, and Oscar promptly rolls a 9 for his command check, and they broke, and they're gone. That was terrible. And then, coming over to here with the last order die, because they had 2 pins on them, he had to give them a command check to see if they could advance and shoot, and he rolls a 9. So they went down. They got to take one of the pins off, so they're at a single pin, but they are down, and they did pass their command check at the end of the turn. So here we are, last turn of the game. I need to try to make an end run and do something clever here. All right, so this is how the game ends. I had a pin on me, remember? So I had to try to make a command check to see if I could even run the drone this way to get closer to the transmat station and then advance him to shoot. I failed that first order check. So I took the pin off, had to put the down die on for the first die because he's got the multiple order dice though. Still could use the second. So I gave him the second die to just run there to get closer. Oscar then tried to shoot me. Passed his command check on a 2, which was good, and then rolled double 8s on his shots and whiffed on them both. So the game ends in a draw. Oscar failed to destroy me. I failed to hold the transmat station because there's nobody near it. We didn't. The scenario doesn't really say what holding it is, and I'm too lazy to look in the book. I'm assuming it's going to be like within a couple inches, but the drone's not even close enough. So Anyway, good game, good learning experience for us. We'll get the hang of our stats. That's the biggest thing, to try to remember all our statistics. We incorporated a lot of rules that are not in the scenario, though, because I played a couple quick games of Gates of Antares with Mike and Will, and Oscar has seen us play once or twice. Not to mention, he's just a really bright kid when it comes to things like rules and games. So we incorporated
a couple small games of bolt action.
Yeah, it's how does it feel compared to bolt action? Good question.
Slightly different.
Slightly different. I think it's actually pretty different. Not just the D10s. Reaction is a huge thing in this game. The multiple order dice is so cool.
That's the biggest difference.
Yeah.
Is the reactions.
Yeah, we keep talking in our club chat group about how cool it would be if tanks in bolt action had the multiple order dice rule, because it's really neat. It really is a cool thing. It adds to them. But that's it. So thanks for watching. Check out more of the stuff on the channel. Check out the Gates of Antares Facebook page. There's always a lot of good conversation going on about the game. It is growing, and it's a lot of fun. We're going to be posting some photos of our painting progress throughout the next several months. We're going to have more bat reps and articles on the blog as part of our assignment for Warlord. So thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for a lot more.